Hello everybody and welcome back. In this lecture we'll learn about one of the important characteristics or properties of a string known as immutability. Immutability means once we create a string we cannot replace or substitute or change the elements. Let's look at an example. So let's say we have a string called Python, and if we call our SS we get Python. That's our string, and we've seen that we can access any of these elements by indexing it. For instance, if I want to grab O, I can say SS at index -2 and I get O. If I want to grab the last element N, I can say NN at index -1, or I can say NN SS at index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So SS at index -1, or my string SS at index 5. That will give me N. And we've seen that if our index is out of bound, we get an error. So for instance, if I say my string SS at index 7, I get a string index out of range error. That's because we don't have index 7. Okay, those are some slicing or grabbing an element in our index. We've seen that we can also grab a slice of our elements. For instance, we can say SS from index 0 up to index 4, or simply we can say SS up to index 4. That means grab everything up to index 4. So this will grab elements at index 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that's what this means. Colon 4 means grab elements up to index 4. Similarly, we can say SS 2 colon. That means grab everything starting at index 2. So grab elements at index 2 all the way to the end. So if we run this, we get THON. T is at index 2, right? 0, 1, 2, and then everything else. That means THON. Great. Now let's look at immutability. Let's say SS at index 2. We know that the element at index 2 is T. What if we set that to be equal to R? What do you think will happen? This will give us an error. It says string object does not support item assignment. That's the property immutability. It means once you create a string, you cannot substitute or replace the elements in the string. So we cannot assign a new value to any of the elements in our string. Here we're trying to assign R to our string at index 2. So if we call our string SS, what do we have here at index 2? We have T. So this is trying to assign the value R to our string SS or to our string Python at index 2. So this is not allowed in string, and that's a very important property of string. It's called immutability. Once you create a string, you cannot replace any of the elements in your string. Similarly, if we have another string, let's say string 2, let's say it's equal to hello. So we have that, and if we call our string 2, we get hello. And if I say string 2 at index 3, let's set it to be equal to I, we get an error. So string object does not support item assignment. Great, this is what I wanted to cover in this lecture about immutability. It means once we create a string, we cannot replace the elements within that string. Great, thank you everyone.